Back at shush. Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to On the Money Football. So we had a good day yesterday. All our bonus tips came through. If you'd like to follow us on Twitter as well, our Twitter handle is On the Money Foot One. That's On the Money Foot One. We daily post bonus tips there for any average punters looking to increase their value in the bankrolls, and I mean, of course, they're just tips. That's what we feel would be most likely results. You guys could obviously go and have a look at yourself, have a look at all the evidence, as well as performances and everything like that, so you guys can make a decision for yourself. But we vigorously checked through everything, and we are happy to tell you guys that our bonus we had a four total goal accumulated, and all four came through, and I think all but one of them came through in the first half. So yeah, it was a very, very good day yesterday. In terms of our game predictions yesterday, we had some success as well. We perfectly predicted Crystal Palace to win 2-0. The Manchester City and Chelsea game, we predicted 1-1 draw. I also did say both teams to score, so like I said, it's completely up to you guys to decide. I mean, those were just our predictions, but I did say both teams to score. I felt both teams would score. I mean, you can never account for a late minute winner, as with what happened Chelsea on that, and City have to wait one more game more to win the title. And then last but not least, we have Liverpool Southampton. I said they're 3-0 Liverpool, just landed up being 2-0. I honestly thought Liverpool would put one extra one away. We have been lacking a bit in front of goal, but a 2-0 win, we'll take it. And yeah, I mean, Thiago getting his first goal in a red shirt, which is unbelievable. In the past weeks, Liverpool have been conceding late in the games against Leeds and Newcastle, so hopefully having one of our players scoring genuinely when we concede, and that being a player that's only scored his first goal or his first goal for the Reds, hopefully that's a good omen and only good things to come. Right, so today what we're going to be doing is we're going to be looking at, let's have a look at the games today. So Wolves Brighton, so our first game at 1 o'clock, then we have Aston Villa Man United at 3 o'clock, and these are all South African times, by the way. Sorry, 5:3 Aston Villa Man United, 5:30 we have West Ham Everton, and 8 o'clock the last game of the day, at Arsenal vs West Brom. Looking at the first game, Wolves and Brighton, it's a little bit of a tricky one. I feel like it'll probably just end up in a stalemate. I think Raul Jimenez is not playing, still suffering from a concussion injury. Just looking at the other injuries here, Pablo Neto with a knee injury, Johnny injury. So yeah, I mean, it doesn't mean that they're not going to score. They've got good players, but at the end of the day, you know, that's what goals is what wins games. So just looking at, sorry, I'm just trying to find something here. Okay, so Wolves due to West Brom out last time. They lost 4-0 to Burnley. I feel that's because they didn't really have the strike power needed. I mean, looking at their past games, they drew 3-3 the last time out of this fixture. It's quite a game, I must say. Then we have the one before, Wolves drew at home with Brighton 0-0, then a draw game before that, and I think that trend's going to continue with today with the draw. I think Wolves haven't really been a team we know that they can be. They've kind of been lacking a little bit. I mean, they're sitting so far down the table, sitting at 12th. I mean, they used to be a top 10 team. They're 6 points off Aston Villa, and Aston Villa's got a game in hand with them. So yeah, they're going to struggle a bit. Yeah, I don't know. I don't see them getting the win today. I don't see Brighton getting the win either. Both teams have scored relatively around the same, conceded about the same. It could be anything. It could be a 0-0 draw. It could be a 1-1 draw. Honestly, I'd advise to stay away from this game. Anything can happen in these types of games. You know, Brighton could nick it in the last minutes. Wolves could nick it in the last minutes. But from my educated guess side, I'd have to go with a 0-0 draw here. I don't really feel like anyone's going to find the back of the net. Even though Brighton have been playing kind of well, and they have been scoring goals. I think they won 2-0 last week against Leeds, courtesy of a penalty and a Danny Welbeck goal. But Brighton they're too much of a defensive team, to be honest, and Wolves are kind of lacking in front. So yeah, for me, it's going to be a 0-0 draw. Moving on to the next, Aston Villa Man United. Excuse me. Also promises to be quite an entertaining game. I think there will be goals from both teams here. Man United seem to have a hole at the back in their defence. They seem to be letting way too many goals than they should. Aston Villa have got some quality players in their dugout, so I think that they will definitely register a goal today, especially playing at home. Even though they're playing against Man United, they're a fearless team. They've got players that are extremely fearless. Jack Grealish being one of them. He's sitting. He's got 6 goals for the season, 10 assists. I mean, that's incredible. 10 assists. He's right up there with the top of the league. Ollie Watkins scored last week. He's sitting on 13 goals with 4 assists, and Al Ghazi's sitting with 8 goals, no assists. So honestly think that they will definitely register a goal. Man United, I mean, they've been playing some really, really good football of late. Scoring goals for fun, basically. Cavani netted 2, I think, against Roma during this week in the second leg of the Europa League semi-final. And when they beat Roma 6-2 at home, I think he still netted 2 there as well. So he bagged the brace in both. So, I mean, it depends if they're going to start him or not, but they're definitely firing from all cylinders. Sitting second now behind City. Definitely can't catch City. I think it's a bit too late in the season. I think City won this season quite well. They've got 2 games in hand on City. Should they win both of those games, which are most likely they will win theirs one today, and then the one against Liverpool, I'm not too sure that we'll get to that another when that game comes up. I think it's this Thursday coming up. I don't think they're going to field a very strong team there. Most likely be a draw. Hopefully Liverpool get the win. You never know what might happen. Liverpool need the points to try and break into the top 4 positions there. But Man United away from home against Aston Villa. It's a crucial game for Man United, I feel, just to secure a Champions League spot. I think mathematically they would need to just get this win, and I think another 3 points, and they would qualify automatically for Champions League. They wouldn't have to worry. I mean, there's still got 5 games left in the season, so I mean, it goes without saying that they have definitely qualified for sure. Never say never, but with 19 wins, 10 draws, and only 4 losses, the lowest in the season, lower than Man City's, they've been playing very well. Scored 64 goals, conceded 35. They've done exceptionally well this season. Aston Villa, on the other hand, also not done too bad, sitting on 48 points after 33 games. 14 wins, 6 draws, 13 losses. But I mean, look what they did to Liverpool in the beginning of the season, the 7-2. They've beaten teams that no one would ever thought. I mean, they beat Everton 2-1 away from home. I think it was a late goal. Let's just double check that it was a late winner in the 80th minute, if I'm not mistaken. By Al Ghazi. And Ollie Watkins got the first one, that's correct. So yeah, I mean, playing some really attractive football. Fearless team, and they just keep pushing forward. They don't sit back for no one. So I would say the safest bet here would be good to go for over 2.5. That would be my educated guess. Would be the safest option, or you could go for both teams to score. But if you're looking for value, I'd go for Man United with the win. You're probably looking at around 8 to 10, somewhere around there. I think over 2.5 probably only get you about 5.5, 6 to 10. Both teams to score probably around the same. I mean, I think all 3 might be around the same area. It all really depends on you guys. For me, I'm going for Man United 2-1 against Aston Villa away from home. And yeah, we shall see what happens in that result. Moving on to the next one, West Ham Everton. Another interesting matchup here. West Ham have had a really, really good season. They're sitting in 4th spot now, sitting in the Champions League. I think the last Champions League spot. No, sorry. Sitting in 5th in the first European or the Europa spots, just behind Leicester. They're 5 points behind Leicester with a game in hand though. 1 point ahead of Liverpool, 2 points ahead of Tottenham with a game in hand on Tottenham as well. I honestly think Everton they've had a good touch and go season, you know. Looking at their stats though, West Ham have played 34, won 17, drawn 7, lost 10. Everton have played 33, won 15, drawn 7, lost 11. So around about the same results in terms of on paper. But performances are a whole different story. I mean, West Ham scored 55, conceded 44, whereas Everton have scored 45 and conceded 42. So West Ham outscoring them by 10 goals so far, but conceding 2 more. But at the end of the day, I think West Ham have beaten better and bigger sides. So we look at, they beat Wolves 3-2 away from home. They beat Leicester 3-2 at home. They've been involved in some very high-scoring games. Newcastle, they lost 3-2 away from home. They lost to Chelsea 1 at home, and then they beat Burnley last week 2-1. Everton, as I said, they had a couple draws. They beat Arsenal away from home, but Arsenal have also had their struggles this season. I mean, they're sitting in 10th. We'll get to that another day, and then they lost to Aston Villa last week. Also a bit of a tricky game. I feel like this is also another one of those both teams to score over 2.5 kind of games. I'd say West Ham for the win as well. Everton, like I said, they haven't really been able to push past and get those wins. West Ham have registered 3 wins out of 5, whereas Everton only 1 out of 5 with 3 draws. So kind of goes to show that Everton are just kind of holding on. Just want to make sure. Yeah, draw at home, 2 draws at home, and a loss at home. So yeah, I mean, they haven't been able to win at home. They won away to Arsenal, which, I mean, anything can happen on the day, and they drew to Brighton away from home. So I mean, drawing to Brighton, look, Brighton's not a bad team. I don't want to speak nonsense about any team, but that's kind of game Everton are needing to win to get into the top 7 positions, you know, if they want to end up high, get those wins. So I'd say it's one of those 3 parters again, like Man United won, West Ham for the win, or West Ham, Everton over 2.5, or both teams to score. I mean, you could even go for both teams to score and the home win, or the match play with home win and over 2.5. Either or, it's all up to you guys. I'm just saying there'd most likely be 3 goals in this game. West Ham to score a minimum of 2, Everton 1, or just plainly Everton for the win, or yeah, and both teams to score. So yeah, so for me, Everton, West Ham for the win. Everton, I don't think can get that one. Moving on to the last game here, Arsenal versus West Brom. This is a very interesting game. Arsenal having kind of I think okay, I think we lost connection there, guys. Arsenal West Brom, it seems like I think Arsenal will definitely get the win there. Okay, moving on. Let's go have a look. Yeah, Arsenal having not been able to qualify for Europa League final. I think they'll try and bounce back with a win now. West Brom all but relegated, sitting second last at the bottom. Arsenal have had a really bad run at home. They've been drawing a lot. But I honestly think Arsenal should take the win here. I'm thinking possibly 2-0 Arsenal. Take away the win. Guys, don't forget to like and subscribe. Any comments that you guys might have, post them in the comment box below. Tell us what you think about our predictions, and let us know what you guys think of the channel, what we can do to improve, and yeah, really enjoyed having you guys here. Lastly but not least, we have our bonus tips. So just going through, I'm just going to read them out quickly. We've got PSG away from home against Rennes. Lille winning on Friday night to confirm that they're going to stay in the lead by 4 points over PSG. They just need to win. They would need to win two more games, I think, to win the season for the first time in like 10 years or something like that. So PSG for the win. Cologne at home for the win in the German Bundesliga. Freiburg played Hertha Berlin on Thursday night or Friday night, I can't remember. One of those two. They lost 3-0 Freiburg, so away from home as well. So Cologne fighting to stay up in the Bundesliga. I think they will definitely register a home win, yeah. Then we have Atalanta away to Parma. I think for that game, I went for over 3.5 in that game. I think Atalanta will definitely score at least 3 in that game. Parma is struggling horribly. And then finally, Ajax away from home to Feyenoord. Look, you can go for the home win. There's been a lot of money pumped in for this team. Other than that, you could probably go for both teams to score. I think both teams will score. So just to recap, we're going for PSG to win, Cologne to win. I think Atalanta I'm going to leave out. Ajax to win. So PSG, Cologne, and Ajax. And those are our bonus tips for you guys. We'll be back with more previews tomorrow from today's games. And we'll be posting more videos during the week, some more tips. And don't forget to like and subscribe and check out our Twitter and any of the other videos down in the links. Down in the playlists. Cheers, guys.